computer, and then okay. All right, so welcome everyone. This is our April 6th Sterling Downs Neighborhood Association meeting, and I'd like to turn the meeting over right now to Principal Ryan Hansen-Vera from Nesbit Elementary. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you. We've been a long time planning, trying to meet. Last time Nesbit had a power outage, and then we've just been getting in touch with one another. So my hope and intention is to gather with you more often. Nesbit is going through some changes. Is that better? Yeah. Okay. Nesbit is going through some changes to our program that we want the community to be aware of. I think it will help with the narrative that's out there about our schools and our districts. And so it's important that all of you kind of understand what we've been working on. And we have a really big announcement that we shared with our board, but now that we're ready to share with our community. So our middle school is officially in candidacy for the first international baccalaureate program in this area. So we'll be the first middle school to initiate such a program. So we have a little promo video that we've been working on so you're our first audience. Our superintendent's going to share this with parents by Friday. So I want to share this with you so that you can learn a little bit more, and then I'll talk a whole lot about what an IB is and what that will mean for our neighborhood. So here we go. Well, that's a weird sign. There we go. Hello, I am Ryan Hansen-Vera. I am the proud principal of Nesbit School. Nesbit's Middle School will launch an International Baccalaureate Middle Years program for the 2023-2024 school year for all 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. We are very proud of our work to attain candidacy status and are excited to share how Nesbit's MYP will shape and enhance the academic and social journeys of our middle school students. An International Baccalaureate, MYP, is a challenging framework that encourages students to make practical connections between their studies and the real world. Research shows that students participating in an MYP builds confidence by managing their own learning, learn by doing, connecting the classroom to the larger world, and develop an understanding of global challenges.
Sorry. Yeah. They couldn't hear it on Zoom. I'm sorry. Let me try it again.
Yeah, I can hear it.
You could hear it? Okay.
Yes.
Sorry about that. All right. We'll try it again. Sorry, we'll keep it playing.
And a commitment to act as responsible citizens. The students at Nesbit's MYP will engage in 7 courses. Language acquisition, which we'll master through Spanish instruction, language and literature, individuals and societies, sciences, mathematics, the arts, physical and health education, and design. The International Baccalaureate Learner Profile describes a broad range of capacities and responsibilities that go beyond academic success. They imply a commitment to all members of the school community learn to respect themselves, others, and the world around them. Nesbit's MYP is committed to the development of students according to the IB Learner Profile. The profile aims to develop learners who are knowledgeable, inquirers, thinkers, communicators, principled, open-minded, caring, risk takers, balanced, and reflective.
I'm Tim McIntyre, 6th grade individuals and societies teacher here at Nesbit. The mission of IB programs is to develop young people who are prepared to work towards a more caring and peaceful world. We do this with a rigorous curriculum that fosters knowledgeable, inquiring, lifelong learners, but rigor is just the foundation. An IB program also orients students to be internationally minded, helping them understand that our community is part of a much larger world, one full of a wide variety of cultures, perspectives, and languages. Throughout the curriculum, an IB program prepares young people to see themselves as responsible members of their local community and as global citizens.
My name is Cassandra DeWed, and I am Nesbit's 6th through 8th grade science specialist and Nesbit's IB coordinator. A unique part of the IB Middle Years program is the new coursework we will be doing in design. What is design? During design projects, students will be building within each of the content courses. Students have the opportunity to take full responsibility for the development, review, and refinement of projects. Students will receive 50 hours of design curriculum in each of their 3 years of the Middle Years program. Design projects and challenges will require students to apply practical and creative thinking skills to solve design problems. Design projects will also require students to explore the role of design in both instructional and contemporary contexts, and students will also have to consider the engineering and design process when making their design decisions. The great part about adding design to our curriculum and content is that it will teach students the inquiry and analysis of design problems. Students will work through the development and creation of feasible solutions. Students will also test and evaluate their models and prototypes. What could design look like in different classes at Nesbit? In science, students might 3D draw and then build solutionary products as part of their STEM fair, as well as building wind turbines and rockets. In history, they may model tools from ancient civilizations or develop a government or laws for a dystopian society. In art, students may write, develop, and perform videos, plays, songs, and create an artistic portfolio in any type of medium. In reading and writing, students may design and write their own books or poetry. In math, students may model 3D objects and calculate mass, surface area, and volume. Overall, design will be an integral part of Nesbit's students' content and courses. Students will regularly showcase their design products to students' parents and our community.
Hi, my name is Travis Whitebread. I'm one of the 8th grade teachers here, teaching language and literature, as well as individuals and society. I want to focus today, think about language and literature, and think about how our school is able to use the Teachers College reading and writing units, as well as IB, to help support students in their journey to further progress their reading and writing here in Nesbit. We really focus on choice, allowing students to choose those books that they can connect with and engage with, both nonfiction and fiction titles, right? A wide variety of reading and writing styles that they are able to focus on each year. We know that this is a little bit different from every student reading the same book as their peers. We want to make sure that students are able to choose those books, ones that they can really be able to identify with and be more powerful for them. Super excited for students to be able to do this each and every year, focusing on reading the books that matter to them and not just what a curriculum might tell them they need to read. Books they truly can enjoy to further progress their skills, but also their reading life.
At Nesbit School, we are respectful, responsible, safe, and inclusive. Our students and staff have integrity, and our school is a place where everyone feels as though they belong. Nesbit's International Baccalaureate MYP will be the first of its kind in Belmont Redwood Shores School District. It will be a dynamic middle school choice for our students. The beauty of an MYP is that it is designed for all learners. It is a framework that allows for Nesbit School to increase the rigor within our academic curriculum and continue to enhance our positive school culture and climate. Our MYP will not only prepare students for any high school program they seek. For example, Sequoia's International Baccalaureate Diploma Program and Carlmont High School's Pathway Program, but it will give our students the ability to develop agency, confidence, and critical thinking skills needed to connect learning to the bigger picture, making a difference.
Okay, yeah. We are super excited. This is, oh, let me, hold on, my Zoom skills. There we go. So we are super excited. This is a really big move for our district, but really for Nesbit and what we're going to offer in the community. I think that we are a really small district, and Ralston is typically known
right now. I'm in a
for more comprehensive.
You muted yourself.
Thank you, because I can't hear either.
Yeah, she muted herself.
She did.
So we can only offer based on our staffing what's appropriate, but we certainly can up the rigor in what we do offer so that kids in the neighborhood are getting really great middle school experience to prepare them for high school. We did a lot of research on this. It wasn't just willy-nilly bringing an international baccalaureate to be our SSD. It was intentional, so much so that I'm getting my doctorate in this work. So I just submitted my doctoral kind of research project at LMU, and I am using this project of bringing IB and the MYP to our district. So this is like important for me professionally because we want it to mean something for years to come in our neighborhood. So you know a little bit now. So if you're in the supermarket and someone asks you about Nesbit, make sure you're also highlighting Nesbit's awesome middle school, because I think a bit of it is that our sign says Nesbit Elementary, and we need to do some work also knowing that we service kids 4 to 14. So that is our journey. Any questions? Questions about Nesbit? We are at this year 615 right now. We are a large school. In our district, there's Ralston, then there's Nesbit. So we are the second biggest school in the entire district.
And is that the same amount of enrollment in the last year?
Oh, good question. Yeah, we saw a little bit of a dip. We went to like high 500s, 575 to 590s, but really we maintained we're centrally located. So though there's declining enrollment, we don't really feel it as much as schools like in the shores or on opposite sides of Belmont. We still kind of get that nice 10% growth each year. We're always getting new students. I think when January came, we like enrolled like 11 new kids joined school. So I mean, we're lower than we typically have been, but we're still in a really solid place. So this is the perfect spot to still host a middle school choice. But we want to be clear that this is a district choice. So any kid in BRSSD, any 5th grade family can learn about our program and choose to send their child here. It doesn't just mean that Ralston is their only choice. Sandpiper School's also doing the same. Their program designing their middle school too. Yeah, I think it's important. I'm glad we're kind of focusing on this as a district. Yeah.
Will that increase the middle school capacity?
Yeah, so typically the middle school's goal has always been to have 60 kids per grade level. So 66 graders, 67th graders, 68th graders. We're under that year after year. And it's because we initially set up the TK8 models in BRSSD, there wasn't a design to that. It was purely just to address the overcapacity in Ralston and to like help alleviate that. So right now, we have about 50 per grade level. So we're only really 10 off, and that isn't even with us launching yet. So really, I hope this creates like a lottery situation and like gives us some up the ante a little bit. It's great for the neighborhood too, to like be really proud of it and have it be a showcase.
So what are you going to do with those extra 30 cars?
I know. I know. That my give and take with this is that Nesbit will not have TK here. next year. So that does lower some midday traffic. So the morning. Yeah. 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 I think it is where we're located also isn't the best for me to get any kind of loop going. Trying to get down Bidoff and just that one hiller in and out is.
The school district needs to work on that.
Yeah.
Seriously, especially if we're gonna be building over here. It's gonna get
Yeah,
monstrous.
It'll get crowded. I also think particularly for middle school, as a school, we'll consider some better like foot traffic in and out of our back lot, which is like where our middle school is, and kind of feed our older kids out that way. We'll work on that as a school site, but yes,
It's
we
really
share your
rough.
concerns. I think,
Well, ever since the school was built, the district promised us up in 10 Hillary Street, that wasn't gonna impact traffic.
yeah,
And it did.
Yeah.
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 I mean, it was, kind of smoke and mirrors, so.
Yeah.
I'll get off of that.
I get it though. Yeah.
But it's not just part, it's all the way down there too. It's really bad.
Thank you.
But it's an exciting program. So I want to come back to that. That is awesome.
Yeah.
My kids are Nesbit kids.
Cool.
and They would have loved this.
Yeah.
program.
Yeah. We definitely hear the concerns though. I know.
Yeah.
Navigating the road closures and the road work in the middle of a school day was really hard too. So I felt that for our families that live right here. Yeah, not fun. Any other questions?
I have no idea what is IB.
Yeah, okay. So the International Baccalaureate is a framework that many schools adopt. It's international. So schools all over the country, all over the world actually implement IB. It is a framework that really focuses on also bringing in foreign language. So right now, foreign language is typically an elective. This is now going to be a class that the students are taking. So not only are we upping the rigor for math, which the IB does a really great job doing, but we're also increasing an experience for a foreign language for a sixth grader. So it'll be a required course, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So really, it's a framework that's helping us improve the academic experience that we can offer with a really great quality program. So it is hard to qualify to become an IB, for them to tell you that, like, yes, you may join our organization. The teachers have to submit all of their lesson plans and their unit designs. There's a coach design to our school that comes and does walkthroughs and basically vets our program if it's strong enough or not. And the team has been working for the launch for next year. And so to be granted candidacy so early is pretty wonderful. We have a really strong middle school team. We have a new teacher, hopefully on Friday, that will say yes to her job offer to come teach Spanish for us. So it's really exciting. Yeah.
And Ryan, maybe you could talk a little bit, you said it in passing, but I suspect most people know about Nesbit's enrollments going up while the rest of the district is going down. That's probably news to everybody, like with boxes shrinking and things like that. So talk a little bit about the overall Belmont. I imagine San Carlos is having the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I can speak to BRSSD for sure, and like just what the demographer report showed regarding Belmont, but our like anchors, so like Fox and then Redwood Shores, the enrollment is just, I mean, they are already at like the 300s. So, and it's just progression over time, it will dip. So we really have to strategize as a district. The harsh reality is, do we ever want to come to have a conversation where we're just going to end up closing a school? Because that's literally the biggest solution. The solution right there is just close the school, downsize, shrink. But we have such a broad and long kind of district, even though we're small, and just getting from one end of Belmont to another is like an epic journey, I've learned. So I think that balancing, relocating where we're hosting TK, those kind of strategic moves with our superintendent's help will definitely help this issue. But over time, it will be a concern. Particularly, there's lots of new housing just being built in this area. Nesbit's in a great spot. Nesbit and Central Elementary actually are both in great spots. Like, we will sustain basically the enrollment for the district, but it is important that we're really meeting the needs of all those other schools. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's after losing Barrett and Armstrong.
Yeah.
enrollment crunch about
Yep.
2 years ago, and now everyone's down, like you can't change your buildings to match the population.
That's right.
Gotta find solutions to them all.
Yeah, and we have to make strategic plans, like what is the space and the capacity at all of the other school sites? So for example, Central School, though enrollment is increasing, their capacity to bring in more children at that school site is limited. They don't have the space. They don't have the open classroom space. They don't have the ability to add on. So taking on more actually isn't an option there. Nesbit, we're getting to the point now where I only have 3 open classrooms. So we're also at capacity after this. So really being strategic and making sure we're balancing that support throughout the district through this like low enrollment. Yeah, it's tough.
You mentioned that that your hope is that eventually it might even cause a lottery that comes to Nesbit. Are there lotteries now within the districts, and what was that? And so one question about that is that because you know, in some districts, like sometimes it's still a neighborhood based like school district. So would there still be a consideration? I'm thinking about like traffic flow, like would there still be a consideration for like priority for folks from the neighborhood? Or are you guys too far away from the lottery?
Yeah, but we are not even close to a lottery. I think like that's my goal. I'm coming from my principal experience is that I was a very large middle school principal where we did design a school within a school, like a smaller niche program that was then opened up district wide. And every year we went to a lottery because we wanted to build that choice within the district. So that's the goal for Nesbit. It's in a wonderful position to be able to do that. But when it comes to enrolling it now, we are prioritizing Nesbit kids always get first choice for remaining at Nesbit. Many of our students, the trend is we don't retain as many as I would hope. Last year, we retained 16 of our 75 fifth graders. The rest of those kiddos chose Ralston, partly because I understand the desire to want that like traditional middle school experience that like you see about like Disney movies. They want a locker, they want to like have the sports teams and like all the bells and whistles that go along with middle school. But we also can offer something really great, a middle school focus on a really small campus too. And so the hope is that we're retaining more of our kids. So we're going to start talking about IB in our middle school program with our new kindergarten families, because the point is we want you to be with us from the time your kid is 4.5, 5 until they're graduating through 8th grade. So we hope that that stabilizes that, but also the buzz is like a program like this that we're designing should be offered to all kids in BRSSD. Ralston is wonderful. They do a wonderful job at the program they offer. They also are a very large site, so their ability to diversify and offer something as full as an IB program is limited as well. So we're really bringing choice then.
It's for the 6th graders beginning next year.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Anything else?
Yes, you know, it sounds great. I love this idea. I had never heard of the ID program before, and what we showed up there on the screen is I like the diversity of OpEx or coursework that they're going to be doing. It's not just standard 3 hours.
Right.
You know, and then bringing in art and other aspects that I think are really important and critical. If this becomes very attractive and popular, like you're trying to promote it, you had a cap of 60 per class. What happens when you start getting demands above that? Do you have a cap actually, or is that just we will continue?
Yeah. Yeah.
You have a lot of housing that is, you know, promoted to be here in the next 5, 6 years.
Yeah, we've talked about this. I think there's also district understanding of not making Nesbit like a mega school. I think that's really important too. There's something beautiful about a small community.
String can't really.
Exactly. We can't get much bigger. So really our maximum, even when they started designing that building, predating me, the idea was also to keep it at about 60 per grade level. There is the option of like adding just one more loop to the side of our building, but I don't know if that additional cost in the long run would be worth it. So I think we want to build the reputation, and like that would be a great problem to have. Maybe then another school would like want to adopt, maybe another TK8 would want to adopt. an MYP.
How does it interact with the high school?
Yeah, this is that we did a lot of research on this because that will be parents' first questions. Like, this sounds amazing. Exactly. So Sequoia High School actually has an MYP track called the diploma program. It's like the program that comes after MYP. So we've been doing a lot of work with them. So really kids that like love this model and like want to continue with international baccalaureate work would get priority to Sequoia and be in their DYP program. We've worked a lot with the new principal at Claremont. They don't have an IB, but they offer like a pathways program. So they have like a biotech course. They have a foreign language track. They have journalism. This prepares those kids coming in with an MYP experience. They could naturally fit into one of those pathways and actually compete and be a little more competitive because they're coming in with 3 years of strong Spanish instruction. And then we offer Algebra 1 in 8th grade. So they're coming in ready to qualify. We also did a lot of research that the MYP also won't hurt a kid. So it doesn't change anything about like their readiness to get into high school, whether they pick to continue with IB work or not. Like the point is really rigorous academics, but connecting it to something. So where they're going to be required to present their work publicly to a community. It's a requirement that they make a personal connection to a worldview in social studies. It's required that they design a prototype in science and in math. So I think those skills will carry over even through college.
It sounds like the Spanish will be a major difference, because right now the kids they get some Spanish, but not 3 years of full-time course. That'll be a really big difference.
Yeah, we like expose them through an elective, but not all of them got the opportunity to take that elective. This way, every single kid is getting that. And it starts off in a really nice scaffolded way. So in 6th grade, they're learning, why do we appreciate foreign languages? Why is being multilingual an asset? How is this cultural appreciation? How do we celebrate cultures through art and music and celebration? That in 7th grade, we're like, now how do we conjugate verbs? And how do we learn vocabulary? And then in 8th grade, it's conversational Spanish. Like the purpose is to build your language acquisition. So yeah, it's exciting.
You know, my kids went to Summit High School.
Yes.
Does it sound a little bit like that or that way, or?
I think that the International Baccalaureate has very specific requirements of teachers and of the curriculum that they have to meet. I think that's the biggest difference. Summit definitely offers personalized learning that's inquiry-based, so an inquiry-based model where teachers are like designing projects, maybe lending itself more to project-based learning. This is definitely a little different, but the idea is the same. That public schools kind of need to get creative with their design, but we're within a system that gives us rules. So I'm fortunate that Dan's given me the permission, go and design a school. That's basically what we're doing with our team within the public school system. So it's pretty cool. Most IB schools in this area are for younger children, and all of them that I visited have been private. So big price tag to send your kid to a school like an IB. So this is also very attractive for families. Oh, thanks.
It's creativity, right? It's not about teaching the same old thing over and over, you know. Like,
Yeah.
When I went to school.
Yeah. Likewise for leaders. I mean, I could spend my whole day wrapped up in like COVID procedures and how to facilitate lunch and yard duty. This is like inspiring me as why I wanted to become a teacher and a principal to begin with. And so now I get to design that. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, anytime. And my daughter goes to Nesbit too. She's a 1st grader. So it's been a great experience being here. Next year will be my 4th year. Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you.
I do have a question. So in the past, like one of the things that we've often asked is how the neighborhood also support anything else that's going on here at the school. And so like if there's like volunteer needs that you have, or if there's other things.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, and I think we've been like bashful building the bridge like since the endemic that we're in now, right? It's put schools on pause really, and like folks are, it's been hard getting people back into remembering what it means to be a community public school. So April 19th is science night. We're gonna have tons of food trucks, and you could just come and hang out and explore science, and like the whole community is invited. And we'll just do a better job at that, connecting with you, Carrie, too, and those community events, like building it back up. Yeah. May Day is coming, so kids are gonna be like walking through the neighborhood. Everyone loves May Day. So we're just making sure we're bringing those things back. Yeah.
We might have a lot of chat. Everybody has questions.
Oh, I've been monitoring, those are all the ones from the beginning, a lot of it was.
Oh, sound, audio.
Sure.
You'd think we'd be good at Zoom by now, but we're not.
But yeah, I did ask if there's any other questions from folks at home, but I haven't seen any.
Okay.
We do have folks from both the neighborhood and then also from other.
Being a substitute.
No, I mean, whatever it
Or
is.
just come on down and volunteer.
Yeah, I mean, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It just. I mean,
You can also think about substitute teaching. My husband tried it about a year and a half ago. He said it was the hardest thing he ever did.
I love. Yeah.
It definitely needs its own teacher right now. It's
And then whenever you guys. I can turn it off. Thank you.
Next time, I hope it's not so hard for us to coordinate.
Yeah, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, you don't have to be a substitute, no.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for joining us. So, so now we'll just, that's the end of the formal presentation. So I think I'll stop recording because now it's just like the general conversation. So that people feel comfortable just kind of getting to know each other and things like that. So let me stop